What is going on YouTube? Hitterback making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap, as well as positions that we could be potentially opening or closing on DueDEX. Specifically, hopefully you guys noticed, but the markets are actually doing extremely well right now, actually starting to recover from the recent bearish market that we've been unfolding the past couple of days. You can see on a lot of these cryptos like Litecoin, Bitcoin, and even Ethereum and XRP are actually starting to slowly recover up. And I kind of want to discuss, if we do actually break bullish, how high are we going to go? What is a conservative approach now that we're starting to see a bullish cross on the MACD? We may actually be heading up much higher than we anticipated. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial if you guys want to pretty much have a conversation, get into, or just check out, recent posts or updates on the current market right now, or if you just want to talk about general things that is happening within the world, definitely make sure to check me out on Twitter. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So just before we jump into the video specifically, hopefully you guys noticed the market. We're actually up, I think, 10 or 11%, not just cryptocurrency, but the stock market too. Very interesting to see both of those kind of working hand in hand right now. It looks like in regards to the stock market, the S&P 500, as well as some of the other big, industrial averages like the Dow Jones, they've seemed to have hit a bottom. It looks like we've hit a bottom, as I discussed a couple of videos ago. And it looks like we're now going to start to correct back to the upside. We'll see if that actually unfolds. If it does, there's a very good chance we're going to see the rest of the market, maybe including cryptocurrency, head back up higher. As we know, everybody now knows about the coronavirus, or the virus. Everybody knows what exactly is going on. So there's a very good chance that now that we've all understood it, it's not a shock anymore. Buy the rumor, sell the news. There's a very good chance now that we're going to start to recover now that everybody's aware. It's not as crazy and alert as it used to be, and we should slowly start to see this recovery back to the upside. So just to jump into today's video, you can see yesterday we discussed that XRP and Ripple are about to do something it hasn't done in quite a while, and that was in reference to potentially breaking through its resistance and heading back up to the upside, which will honestly be incredible to see. And you can see we're actually looking to start moving in that direction. Today was a great advantage. You could see Bitcoin's actually retesting $6,800, trading currently at $6,740. Markets are up about 5 to 6%, and everything for the most part is heading up, which is amazing. You can see that we've broken through the resistance and we're starting to approach some newer highs and some newer resistances, but I do believe we will continue to head up higher into tomorrow and the following day. Now, just to jump into the technical analysis, I'll start off with, I guess we'll do XRP for right now. You can see with XRP, it looks like it's kind of slouching behind. It looks like it's kind of a little bit laggy in reference to the fact that we aren't really pumping as high as we could be if indeed we do break through this resistance and close today's candle above here. Now, there's only 23 minutes in the rest of this daily candle. You can see right here. And if we can continue to close above here, there's a chance we could, continue this pattern into tomorrow's candle and head up higher. As you guys can see, this bullish cross on the MACD did happen. You can see it happening right here, and that is an extremely bullish signal that could inevitably lift us up into higher resistances, retesting 20 cents, if not probably more on the moderate side of 25 cents being, kind of the cap, the peak right there. Anywhere in between, I think 20 and 25 cents this coin could go if we do indeed decide to break bullish and we start to correct up higher. And I honestly think that we are going to. I mean, we had the bearish cross right here, which led to the downtrend that we had, and then we're now having a bullish cross, which I honestly think is going to lead us up into higher prices as the market starts to recover. So I do believe these are great buying opportunities. Specifically, I am sharing my trades on my Patreon, so if you'd like to check that out, there is a link in the description down below where you guys can get access to my live updating and all my trades and future positions to be entering and selling out of in the description down below. Now, specifically looking at Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, there's a couple of very interesting points we have to discuss. So as you guys remember in yesterday's video, we discussed that if these coins were to break previous resistances, which is literally exactly where the price is retesting right now, this would be our buy long position, which we would enter in anticipation for the market to swing up higher, swinging us up to the $50 resistance, if not up to the $58 high-low middle moving average. But I really do anticipate us to swing eventually up into that direction very soon. Obviously, we're extremely undervalued. We're below that high-low middle moving average. We always come back up to that level. You can also see the bullish cross on Litecoin's chart, and a lot of these bullish factors are signaling that there's a chance we could head up higher. Now, just like XRP, Litecoin closes its candle in 21 minutes for today's, and if we can close today's candle above this resistance of $40, there's a very good chance, or $40 and we could just say 41 to be even. There's a good chance it'll start to eventually head up even higher much quicker. We have to break this resistance right here, literally exactly where it's retesting. So if it's currently at $40.86. If we can maybe get above $41.50, I would honestly long it, anticipating and expecting the price to move up to levels as high as $50 to $58 very quickly. You can see we haven't really had a candle like today close above this resistance right here. We've always just been, trading sideways in here, and these tend to break with big volume. So there's a chance that we may have come up with the deciding factor that a bullish break is now going to happen, and we may actually start to swing up higher. With that being said, same exact thing applies to Bitcoin as it will apply to Ethereum. You could see obviously the bullish cross on the MACD right here. We're trading at around 50 or a little bit lower, maybe even 50, 47 on the relative strength indicator. And you can see after many days, almost a week and a half of sideways trading and pretty much a flatlined price, we're now starting to break up even higher. The same thing applies with Bitcoin. Honestly, I would say a trade above $7,000 would swing us all the way up to about 81.77. So I would honestly long Bitcoin specifically at about, I would say $7,000 to be honest. So, I mean, it's very easy to set up this position. My specific trade, like I said, will be mentioned on DueDEX, in the description down below on my Patreon. But specifically on DueDEX, it's very easy to set up a limit order. You would just type in the price, the quantity that you want. You could do 2,000 if you wanted to. That would be 0.28 of a Bitcoin. As you can see, my available is right here, but I can leverage this by 10 times. So theoretically, I could even, go higher more than what I actually have. So I could do, 5,000 if I wanted to. Let me get rid of this. Let's do 5,000. And you can see very simply that this is 0.7, but we have a leverage of 10 times, so we can actually increase the quantity higher than the available balance, and that is the awesome thing. So we'd actually be trading around with 0.7, even though it's higher than my 0.4 balance, and we would either keep the profits that we make off of that, or if we get liquidated or we end up selling short and we fall, we would actually lose the value of 0.7 instead of our current value of, or available balance of 0.4. So there's a ton of different variances that you can do with this. You can also do a risk management and set up stop losses, which I highly recommend checking out. I do have a video linked to this, or I do have a video on my channel if you guys wanted to check that out. You can even type in like Crypto TV DueDEX if you wanted to see that. But specifically, if we break $7,000, there's a very high chance we'll be flipping long and heading all the way up to about 82.68 before we hit a resistance and start to climb back lower. But honestly, the markets are only up about 5 to, or honestly maybe 4 to 5%. Compared to the other markets like the centralized exchanges. I do really think that this is just now the beginning, or just now the start of the movement to the upside within cryptocurrency, and I do believe there's a very big chance we're going to head up even higher. And now lastly, to wrap up today's video, we are going to be looking at Ethereum, very similar with the other cryptocurrencies. Like I said, I like to use all three to discuss what exactly is going to kind of happen within the market. It's good to get a conglomerate of data looking at all these cryptos, then to generalize exactly what's happening, to give the best approach to Bitcoin or XRP. But we can see these are trading very similar in all aspects. Even specifically Ethereum and XRP look very similar in the way they are trading. So there's a good chance if we can actually close above the resistances that it's currently hitting, I'd say $144, we could set a buy long position maybe closer to 150. And if we end up breaking through 150 by the time this candle closes in 17 minutes, there's a very good chance we'll head up even higher. Specifically, what I meant to say is if we can actually close above our current resistance right now, which we are doing just this second, if we close in 17 minutes and we start a new candle and that new candle breaks above this resistance right here, about 150, there's a chance, a very high chance, that the market has deemed bullish and will actually swing all the way back up to the high-low moving average at 186. You can also see, like I said, even on the Ethereum chart, the MACD having a bullish cross. And ultimately, I really do think that we're going to start to correct back to the upside, guys. So definitely make sure to let me know what you think down below. There is a link, like I said, to my Patreon as well as DueDEX in the description. Definitely make sure to check those out. There is a sign-up bonus up to $70 for DueDEX. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.